Hi guys, welcome to the newly named No Tea, No Crumpets, Just Games and Toys. Yeah, so as you can see lately we've been putting more toys in the channel. But however, these are all my video game pickups for April 2025. Right, so we shall start off as per usual with my digital pickups. Surprisingly little this month. I got Minecraft Legends, and the only reason I got that is because it was through Amazon Gaming, so it was free because I was a Prime member. And my other digital game was a pre-order, so I've been saving up my Microsoft points. So I got a £25 voucher, and I had to put a tenner to this. I think it might have been a little bit less. And that is a Capcom Fighting Collection 2, so yes. I was definitely getting me that 100% as soon as it was announced, but when it was finally announced for Xbox anyway. So yeah, oh yeah, both on Xbox, of course. Right, so let's go with the physical stuff. So, I and the family went to Southend. On the way to Southend, I like to pop into the Retro Hunter. So yeah, here we go guys. I took loads of pictures for you, which should be on the screen now. Had a good look around the shop. Had a nice chat with Ali. I love the fact that the amount of toys they've got in the shop now is really, really cool. And yeah, it was fantastic to see everything they had in there, and it's always a pleasure to go and see Ali. No games in there for me today though. But what I did get was these. I got two bits. I got Savage World Slide and to complete when I find this hat, which is in here somewhere. There we are. Monkey from Thundercats. And yes, the hat does stay on, but he works all like he should do. So that was cool. I mean, I've said like the last couple of months I'm going to show a few more of the toys that I've picked up along the way. And I got a receipt. And after we finished at Ali's, we headed to the town. Now halfway up through the town, there's a shop called Basio, or Basio, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. So I've been visiting this place for every single time I've gone to Southend, and it's changed from a massive place with like retro out the back to a place that just seems to have like smaller stuff. Prices are quite high, whereas if you go in there and you see like hundreds of games, you literally see like 20 games on each console. Now they've still got a nice retro section out the back, well, haha. And the guys in there always seem alright, and I'm pretty sure it was the owner I was talking to this time. He had some prices on this stuff, and I made him an offer, and surprisingly we met £2 higher than my offer. Didn't think they took offers in that sort of place, but now we know they do. So if you go in there, make offers guys. Basically he looked on his computer, saw what he bought them in at, and then saw that my offer was high enough for him to accept it. So yeah, so the first thing I bought, this was in the window. I know it's really pants, but it's the equivalent to I paid 12 quid for this. So I wasn't too fussed again. I don't want to give it a try myself. And it'll make a nice video for the other channel. That is the Sega Saturn 2.4 GHz wireless controller with apparently the worst analogues in history. So yeah, I mean I'll give it a try, see if it's any good. I've not heard any good things about it. Everyone's been like, the analogues are rubbish, the pad itself is good, but the analogues are rubbish. And the entire shop was Sega Saturn themed. So for, I think it worked out as £10 each, I got a Sega Saturn controller. And I also got a Sega Saturn controller. So you can never have too many Mark II Sega Saturn controllers, and yeah, £10 each, it's a no-brainer really. Right, on to my other pickups. So mother got me for Christmas Gran Turismo. After a few hours it really wasn't my sort of thing. So I said to mum about it, I said, Mum, why don't I change it for another game? It's not my sort of thing, because she's my mum, you know. And she's like, oh, of course, as long as it's something you enjoy. So I went into CEX. I got some credit as well, which I put towards stuff you'll see later on. And I got myself Hogwarts Legacy. So I've been seeing the trailer for this loads lately, and I wasn't too fussed about playing it when it came out. My elder daughter, she played it to death. She finished it. I don't think she's 100% in it, but she got really, really far into it. And she actually finished the story, and she said she absolutely loved it. So, you know, I'm happy to pick that up. And something I know that I will play, because it's not Gran Turismo, and just too slow. I mean, I don't even like the Forza Motorsports anymore. I like the Horizons, they're brilliant games, but not the Motorsports. And then, me and youngest daughter decided to have a day out. So we went to Tunbridge, the first thing about going to Tunbridge is back in the day, me and Tony used to go there. We used to meet a guy called Lee from, I think it was Loaded Games. That's where we started getting our retro games from, our import games. I got my first Sega Saturn modded with him. So he let us down so much. Every time we went to meet him, he'd be like, don't call me, just turn up. Let me know in the station. We'd get to the train station because I wasn't driving back then. And he'd be like, oh no, you should have called me. And literally 5 or 6 times he let us down until it was the final time. It was really annoying because at the end, basically me and Tony had to threaten him with the police to get our stuff that we'd paid for quite a while ago. And then as soon as we threatened him, the stuff arrived within 2 days. But anyway, so yeah, so I wanted to go to Tunbridge again because I have great big memories of the Tunbridge market. When me and Tony used to go, well, obviously when we was let down by Lee, and we used to get like the chocolate bars and stuff like that. And it was also the place where along the high street there was a few shops, and on the way back there was a food shop, I think it was, and it had a MVS, a multi-car MVS Neo Geo in it that we played, you know, the arcade cabinet version. And then a few places up there was a toy shop. I can't remember the name of it. I'm not sure if it was, it might have been. But that's where I got my first Micro Machines Aliens figures. And, you know, the sets, there's 3 of the sets. And I remember walking out the door, Tony saw one in the window, disappeared and bought it, so Tony. But yeah, so basically I wanted to relive the memories of Tunbridge. Now I know it had changed because I've driven through it quite a lot. And the first thing when coming to Tunbridge is, I literally went there for CX. I know there was one thing they had in stock that I really wanted. So, but it was a day out for me and the daughter anyway. So every shop we went into Tunbridge, they said, go to Tunbridge Wells, go to Tunbridge Wells, go to Tunbridge Wells. And I literally mean every single shop. And I've got to say, the food in Tunbridge is awful, which of course, every single shop also said, don't eat at this one place, it's especially bad, which is of course is where me and the daughter are at, which was crazy expensive. Here's a picture if I've got one on my camera somewhere. I did take a lot of pictures when I was up there. But yeah, so we went to Tunbridge. Main goal was see it. We went up and down the whole town. We saw there was like a castle walk that we didn't do, but daughter bought a few bits at the charity shop. And I bought some stuff in the CEX. And I will say the staff of that CEX are amazing. So in there I got International Track and Field for the DS for £2. So happy with that. Been wanting that for a while, but there's always no instruction. Well, you get it on eBay, it's like £2, but everyone's £3.50 postage. But £2? Yeah, I like the fact you can unlock other Konami characters. Looking forward to actually giving that a try. And next up, as you know, I'm adding 4Ks to the collection. This is the one I knew they had in stock. And that was Prometheus. So happy to pick this up. Just really need to sort out a decent, like a way to listen to surround sound at home. Because they just announced a new Sonic Racing game. I decided to go back to Team Sonic Racing. I remember being very dull, not very excited by this game, but I enjoyed the playthrough. So it was only £12. Of course, they're all CEX vouchers. However, there was one thing in there. I did not even know it got a physical release in the UK. So I looked on eBay. It's actually been on my to get list on the Xbox for ages. You know, digital one wish list, and I saw this. I picked it up. So it's £35, and I'm like, well, that's a lot of money. I don't ever remember this getting a physical release in the UK. So me and the daughter had a quick search online via their Wi-Fi, because there is no phone signal in Tunbridge. No phone signal at all. And saw that there's never been a PAL one on eBay. And this was the only one they had in stock, so it's an anomaly. But anyway, I got R-Type Final 2 Inaugural Flight Edition. So I don't know if this was like a limited run special or something like that. But you get pretty cool, you get like photo cards, you get official soundtrack, the artwork of R-Type 2 Final, softcover art book, and the collector's box, which of course is the actual box itself. So, you know, the game itself has always been quite expensive, but a physical edition. So, yeah, I'm happy to grab this. It's still like 3 expansion packs, which are like 20 quid each. They offer them at tenner each, but still too much for me. But I was very, very happy to add this to the collection. Went to Tunbridge Wells. Tunbridge Wells is fantastic. We had 3.5, probably close to 4 hours there. It's all hills though, I'll give you a warning in advance. Everywhere in Tunbridge Wells is hills. We started at the very bottom of the town, and then we literally went into the main town. We went into the new shopping centre, which is slowly getting more shops built into it. Went into the CEX, nothing for me in Tunbridge Wells CEX. Very nice staff members, but it's fantastic. Tunbridge Wells, oh I must remember, in Tunbridge where I bought these, I got my daughter 2 Point Hospital on the Xbox, which she's been playing religiously since she's installed it, and she's loving it. And yeah, it's a really good HMV, so I bought a lot of stuff on offer in HMV for the other channel. and really looking forward to finally getting around to that stuff. I mean, it's going to be a long time. But yeah, I highly recommend Tunbridge Wells. Forget Tunbridge unless you want to check CEX and see what they've got in stock, and then head to literally Tunbridge Wells, and yeah, that's the place to be. Lots of different shops, bits of everything, and we didn't get to see the whole town because we ran out of time. So a few weeks back, me and the daughter went over to Folkestone, and in Folkestone CEX they had Alien Covenant 4K, which is now all of the Alien films bar Alien Romulus, which I'm not willing to pay £22 for. I own on 4K, so once again, once I get the surround system up and running properly, and maybe a 4K player, I'll get around to watching them all. And so, it's been a few months, or has it been 1 month? I know we didn't get anything last month, but my man in Japan, Steve Bailey, has come through again. So these are two things on the to get list. One turned up, I was like, oh, expensive, but I got it. And then a few days later, another one turned up, and I was like, yes, I'm now skint. Especially when you have like car insurance, MOT, and a new cam belt for your car within the same month. So it was painful. But he never gets these in very often, especially at his amazing prices. As always, Steve Bailey. Link in the descriptions below. Message him for any of your gaming wares you're after. Send him a list of things you like, and over time he'll find them for you at the best price, beating eBay by miles. But yes, in here we have 2 games off my to get list, and the to get list is nearly non-existent now. As I say, I've got a few way too expensive ones that I know I'm not going to get. Punisher on Mega Drive, and what was it? Oh yeah, the Streets of Rage 2, Power Strike 2 on Master System, just too expensive. Might find them in a charity shop, ooh, you never know. But hey, and we have Do Tour, which I assume is, which it is, percolated coffee, which will be Troy's when he comes around next. Right, as always, super securely packaged. And right, it can never be too secure, especially when the value of this is quite high. So first up we have the Capcom Fan Disc. Yeah, to be honest, I really am not sure what is on this, but it's been on to get list for ages. I remember watching the video going, wow, how come I don't own that? Is it a demo disc? I don't really know, but it's on the to get list. It was a much better price than eBay. So as always, picked up. Thank you, Steve. The next one is the pricey one. So it's on a to get list, and it shrinks the Saturn list down to like 2 or 3 games. One of which is Tarahumara, which I know I'm not going to get, but hey, again, one day maybe a charity shop. And this is Tiger Heli 2 Plus. So yeah, really crazy. Happy to finally get this. Got the old spine card. Been so long on the to get list, and eBay prices are just too expensive for me to get. But he got it in as always at a really good price, and I'm looking forward to spending an evening with that, because I've nearly got all the shooters on the Saturn, and I'm so happy about that. Only missing a couple. I've even got the ones where you buy the silly RPGs just because they've got shooter bonus games, but hey, that's me. And now I do not know what this is, so not ordered anything. The person paid £3.60 for a large letter postage, and I just thought, let's all be surprised. It's super securely packaged, and I have absolutely no idea what this is. And of course, I can't get into it. The intriguiness is even better. Ah, I now know what this is. So Mr. Dreamcast Martin Kay. When I was going through the Dreamcast magazine collections and making sure like I was getting the best covers or with the right covers, something sort of bugged me, and I was like, did issue 1 have a cover? And he's like, no, never had a cover, never had a cover. So Martin, being the awesome guy that he is, he creates covers for Dreamcast games and Dreamcast. He's just actually done a box for the Multi-Mega. Is it called the CDX in America? And yeah, so surprised he's even included a disc. So he's done me a personalised cover for Volume 1, because Volume 1 never ever had a cover. He shoved the disc in, so cheers mine. And so at least now it's going to look really good and look correct up there with the other demos, being the only one that doesn't have a cover. So yeah, a massive thank you, Martin. Thank you very much. All going well. I will see you soon this year. And That is so cool. That is so cool. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Right, so we move the Thundercats because we have boxes. And the boxes are not video gaming related. They're like stuff for the other channel. And so yeah, as I said last month, I'm going to be including like the toy pickups that I do videos for on the other channel. Just because it's something really, really cool to see. And from the views of last month's video, compared to my normal pickups videos, which is like over triple the amount, I'm assuming you guys like it. So, yes. So I have a certain budget where I like to buy a certain things, amount of items for my other channel every month. And I know I've got enough content. Oh wow, this is securely packaged. For many, many years. But the way things and prices are going, it's a case of buy it now because next year you probably won't ever be able to afford it. And slowly getting there, and this one is now open. It's these. So, how do I do teasers on these? We go, feel free to pause and I'm sure you'll get it. This is the one I'm keeping. And then, cool. Yeah. And a piece of paper. And some more card. So, yeah. So this one. So recently, I've been watching the Toy Shop on Tour videos, and they were in France, I think it was, Belgium, I can't remember. It's the one where they went to Europe, season 2, and literally, for maybe 2 seconds, there was something in the background. They glanced past, and the nostalgia in me hit back. All these memories come back, and I was like, wow. And it was literally 2 seconds. They don't go back onto it at all. They ignore this toy for the rest of the video, and they show off the rest of the shop. But for me, I was like, oh wow, I completely forgot I had that, and I spent hundreds of hours playing with this when I was a kid. So on pause, I did some research. Google Lens is everyone's friend these days, I tell you. And I found one, and only one on eBay. And I was just like, the nostalgia with this was so high that I literally had to buy it. It wasn't expensive, it was £30 posted. And what makes that even cheaper is it's boxed. So I had a lot of die-cast toys when I was a kid, Hot Wheels and things like that, and 2 older brothers, so I had like pass-me-down toys and stuff like that. And I want to be careful opening this box. And so they needed a place to play. They needed, in the garden I used to make bases for my soldiers and stuff like that. And in the house you could have like shoe boxes and so forth to make bases and stuff for your garages. But this, wow. I don't know where I got it from. I'm pretty sure it was a Christmas present, and I'm pretty sure it was a family member. But there are 2 versions of this. There are the 3rd floor and the 6th floor version of this. Now I had the 6th floor version of this, and it's a parking garage. And the nostalgia of me was so, I couldn't believe it just come back so quick. I remember playing with this just for hours and hours. It's got bits in the side where you can move your cars, elevate them. Oh, it's so good. It's actually going to be either my Christmas or New Year's Day video on my other channel this year, because it's always something special, Christmas Day and New Year's Day. And even though the other channel I upload every Wednesday and Sunday, around Christmas week I always make exceptions for Christmas Day and New Year's Day. But I was I cannot believe that I got this. I got it boxed. So happy. One of the very few toys that I, bring me back nostalgia and I remember that I had. But this one, hundreds and hundreds of hours of happiness for a piece of plastic, because I didn't have any mobile phones or tablets to play games on. This is probably even before I had a games console. So, yeah, and I think it is 70s. But we'll explore that on the video on the other channel. So big shout outs for my bits today. So Vicky for this lot, eBay for that lot, Ali for the Thundercats bits, Beso for the Saturn stuff, the really cheap Saturn stuff, thank you guys. Martin for the case to Dream On Volume 1, so good, thank you very much. Steve for the Saturn Dreamcast bits I was missing, and CEX for the other bits. And so yeah, it's been a really good month April, expensive month April, but what a good month, what a good month. The highlight is this, of course, for me. The highlight is clearly this, even though I am starting to get into my Thundercats collecting. Ah, so nice. So I'll ask you a question. Have you ever come across a video on YouTube where you've seen something and nostalgia of that memories hit you so quick and so hard that you've gone straight onto eBay to buy something, like I did? If you have, comment down below and share your story with us in the community. So that will do. Thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Such a good month, but this, I can't wait to open this. I can't wait to do a video. Christmas is 8 months away though. Ugh. Well, 7 months. Tea. This helmet doesn't want to stay on, does it? Oh well. He's always monkeying around.